You sure do like to share your opinions, talking big like somebody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Smash, smash, smash! Oh!
Hit the ignition. Now you listen. Hop up in the window. Smaller and smaller, you fade down. Hop up in the window.
Hello there, so last week we watched the original Italian Job. Today we're watching the American remake of the Italian Job, starring Mark Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, Edward Norton, Seth Green and Jason Statham. Damn, now that's a cast. So apparently this takes place in LA, which I'm just like, so why is it the Italian Job? But I look at the synopsis. After being betrayed and left for dead in Italy, Charlie Croker, same name, and his team plan an elaborate gold heist against their former ally. So he gets left for dead in Italy. That's the only connection to Italy. The heist itself is not in Italy, it's in LA. But the person who double-crossed him is now in LA. So yeah, him and his team go to LA to exact revenge. This sounds like a Fast and Furious movie, to be honest. But I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the similarities and differences between the two films. And I expect to enjoy this. I think this will be pretty good as well. I checked IMDb ratings, and for both movies, it's like pretty similar. They've both got like equally good ratings. So if I think like IMDb reviewers, then I should like this as well, because I enjoyed last week. So I'm very excited to see this. The cast is stellar. The cast is good. I wonder how, like, I see a thumbnail where there's a Mini Cooper. So that is awesome. I wonder how similar this will be in terms of like the actual heist. Because if it ends on a cliff with a bus hanging over, I'm going to be stressed again, just like the end of last week's video. So we shall see what happens. But anyway, let me stop talking and let me hopefully enjoy this movie. Let's go. I hope it's similar to, like, in the sense of like comparisons, I hope it's similar to Death at a Funeral, because I watched both of those, American and British, and they were both really funny. So I'm hoping this is as fun as the other one, but I'm hoping for a better ending and not the bus over a cliff. I like the credits, they're very nice.
What are you into, Dad? Don't break my heart. You told me you were through.
I love you. Go back to sleep. Bye.
Dad?
The job.
I feel so optimistic.
Why have I got a feeling like Mark Wahlberg's playing the villain?
Learn the language of poetry, art, romance, sex.
Unlike you, my friend, I don't need a guidebook. Can we go?
Yeah, Gilligan.
Statham looks so young here. Obviously, it's 2003, but I feel like he looked older than that in 2003. I remember in The Transporter. There is Ed Norton. I sometimes know him as the Hulk who got replaced.
Baby's being taken out of here tonight. This is our only shot at it.
Charlie.
Keep going?
It's up to you, kid.
Let's go.
Just waiting for the moment where Sutherland betrays him. I'm calling him Sutherland, even though that's his actor's name, but you know.
2 feet 9 inches wide.
That scared me a little bit, jeez. Oh my days, it was a decoy. It was a decoy. That was clever. This isn't even the main heist of the game, which is the funny thing. But there is a heist in Italy. So, you know, it works. It's just not at the end of the movie, it's at the start. I'm guessing this is the difference in runtime. They have an extra heist at the start. Ooh. Okay, I thought they were clashing on with each other. There was another passageway. Wow. Now that is a lot of gold. Even I was blinded by that. Jeez.
We have 4 minutes to load and leave. Let's go.
So I'm guessing he takes all the gold, betrays Mark Wahlberg, and the heist at the end of the movie is to steal that gold that they initially wanted to have. Re-steal the gold from the other thief in LA. The police boat is above them. No, that's a little terrifying. That reminds me of GTA. GTA 5 trying to escape the cops when you're swimming underwater. Good start. Good start.
We just stole $35 million worth of gold without even holding a gun because he planned this down to a T. Nobody...
A lot more than 4 million. Obviously, though, 4 million in 1969, or whenever that movie took place, would be worth a lot more in 2003. And a lot more now.
What are you getting, Rob?
Suppose I get the Estimals in Vanquish.
I'm gonna get an NT770 digital decoder with 70-watt amps and burr brown DACs. Big stereo, speakers so loud. They
Yeah,
blow when it's
no
closed.
one asked. Aston Martin, good choice though.
Andalusia, south of Spain, right there. Give me a big house. Give me a library full of first editions. Get room for my shoes.
I don't know, I haven't decided yet.
That would be me.
I spent half my kid's life in prison. And somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with. Then hold on to her forever.
Let's go, I'm freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
He sounded like LA Knight there. Wait, they're gonna go up mountains right now. In a van, not a bus. What on earth?
Who are these guys?
Hey!
Take your hands off the wheel.
Wait, what?
No.
Steve, what the hell are you doing?
Know where you can go, we won't find you, Steve. You know that.
I think that's probably right, John.
This whole time I thought, oh, Donald Sutherland's gonna turn on Mark Wahlberg. It was Ed Norton this whole time. I can't believe my eyes. My days. He's got no chill. I guess this is how Charlize Theron gets involved in this. I did not expect that at all. Philadelphia.
Not bad.
So she can crack safes. I wonder if that skill could be useful later on. Hey! Of course she drives one of those.
Didn't I tell you I never want to see you again? It was when you told me how my father died right in front of your eyes after you pulled him in for one last job.
A fair enough reason to not like him.
Steve changed his last name to Frizzelli.
You've moved on.
Are you sure? Are you sure you've moved on?
Come on, Charlie.
She has not moved on.
I want to see the look on that man's face when his gold is gone. He took my father from me. I'm taking this.
I'm surprised she doesn't want to kill him as well.
She's emotional. You know what happens when emotion gets into it.
That's Lyle. He's my computer genius.
Not a motorcycle genius.
Said Sean Fanning was his roommate in college and stole his idea. That's left ear. Demolition and explosives. Sense. Handsome Rob. Premier wheelman. Once drove all the way from Los Angeles just so he could set the record for longest freeway chase.
So he's the driver.
He got 110 love letters sent to his jail cell.
He's a celebrity. For being in police chases.
Hey.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
I wonder what that song means. I wonder where they are now.
5 minutes flat.
Don't be cocky, young lady. It's not the same as I'm going to say for the police. With perspiration on your fingertips, your heart's pounding in your ears.
I appreciate your concern. I'll be fine.
Looks like Los Angeles.
Here's the status. Ran a cop with a 9mm on his...
Is that Oscar from The Office? Oh, they have 2 dogs.
I don't do dogs. I had a real bad experience, man.
What happened?
I had a bad experience.
That's all the detail you need to know. There he is.
An average of 32 minutes and a top time of 50. But if we had green lights all the way, we could do it in 14 minutes.
You do anything with green lights all the way.
See what I can do.
They're gonna hack into the lights just like the original. I assume like they're alluding towards the LA traffic, right? Just like the original, they're gonna use the traffic and have this unique way out. Except it's in LA, not Italy.
Gold. Where'd you say you got these?
I didn't.
He's right, he didn't get them. He stole them. So he's also trying to sell the gold.
He watches his big-ass TV.
We're gonna knock out Steve's cable and we need to send in a repairman.
Do it, Charlie. It's okay.
There's some interesting tension in this between these two. I don't know if tension's the right word, but
Becky. Nice name. I wonder what she calls the other one.
And it's such a mystery why you don't have a girlfriend, Mark.
So all we need is a service truck like that one, a work shirt like hers.
Oh, you're so witty. Why don't you take advantage of me?
Yeah, you're not too bright, are you?
as if he got laid. And he used her to make sure the heist goes a bit more smoothly. So they got the van, the shirt, and everything, all because Jason Statham slept with the other woman. All it took was a bit of Jason Statham rizz to rizz up this random woman from a cable company. And that's all it took for him to manage to get all the equipment that Charlize Theron needed.
The cable's out.
It is Oscar.
Hi, I'm calling from Netcom Cable. I understand your service is out and there was an appointment set up for Thursday.
Yes.
Well, we have a technician working in your area who was finished with an appointment earlier than expected. Will somebody be there for the next hour?
Aston Martin Vanquish.
Come on, get out of here.
She's got to pretend to be cool in front of the guy that killed her father. Now that is rough.
Running into all sorts of animals on my job.
Oh, I just got what she meant.
Monastery from punk ass creep.
There's our baby.
That's my NAT T770.
So he just bought everything that they wanted to buy.
Perfect. We met before?
Does he see a resemblance?
So if I was to ask you out to dinner,
It's a verifiable fact. He was my roommate. He stole my ideas. I am the Napster.
How wide is the hallway? Napster?
6 feet.
Are they gonna get the car in the house? They're gonna get the Mini Coopers in the house. That makes sense.
We need more cars to handle the weight. Rob tells me you got real talent.
Now they got free.
2,700 pounds of what?
Whatever.
So what do I get out of this mystery deal, man?
10,000.
10,000 out of how many million? I guess if you don't tell him, you don't tell him, right? They're not stealing from a bank, are they? They're stealing from another thief, so it's not going to be in the news, is it? Unless they get caught. So it's not like that guy can find out, really.
We didn't get a chance to meet yet. Wrench.
Everybody loves Charlize Theron. It feels like she hasn't aged as well. Like, she looks the same in Fast and Furious, and that's what, 2 decades later.
You want all greens? Cause you got them. Green light.
lights are working fine. Just an accident.
Just an accident. I look, you want to drive one now. I'm guessing they're not going to destroy any cars on the way like the original. I'm a big fan of how they changed the plotline of this movie. Like, they've not done a direct remake. It's of the same name and, you know, there's similarities, but it still like feels like a different storyline, which is good. I'm glad it's just not like a carbon copy American version.
Understand fine. Now, what do you know about my girl?
What a heist in Venice. 35 million.
What have you told?
No one. I swear to God.
Well, then I guess I believe you.
Damn.
Skinny Pete.
Yo, Charlie.
That's Skinny Pete.
Detonating cord.
Right.
2 triple charger.
Cost you about 5 G's. It was working counter of your cousin's shop.
A guy come in asking about gold bricks with Bolognese dancer.
So these gangsters are now in play. I'm curious to know how they will affect the heist. Maybe the gangsters kill him, and then they steal the gold, and everybody wins.
Do you know who I am?
Train leaves at 10.
A couple things. First of all, those gangsters went to Skinny P. I thought they were going to go to Ed Norton. Second, a big difference between this and the original. The original, the team was full of idiots. Apart from the actual main leader of apart from Charlie, everyone was a bit of a fool, right? This seems to be a very smart, organized heist gang. So there's a little bit of difference there. Everyone in the team is smarter in their own way.
Shit!
It's a party?
We're not blowing any gates tonight, guys. Too many witnesses.
Well, you don't really seem like the adventurous type, you know?
Why? Because you work cable.
Trust everyone. It's the devil inside them I don't trust.
I knew a guy who said it exactly like that. His name was John Bridger. He had a daughter and she was about your age.
I think he knows.
I liked him right up until the minute I shot him.
You didn't kill any of them, mate. Well, you killed one, but the ones in the
It's
car.
all here. And you should have seen the way your daddy begged for his life. They'll try to take out my guards, right? I have 5 of them that you don't know about. You'll try to have Lyle hack the system, so I'll change it again tomorrow morning. Your final move. I mean, you're gonna have Bridger's daughter come in and try to crack my safe. Gold is already gone. We're off to a bad start, you know? Because you just blew the best thing you had going for you. You just blew the element of surprise.
Surprised?
So how are they going to crack this now, considering he knows?
That I'm doing all of this for a man I barely knew. And why do you get to punch him and I don't?
True.
His security guard called for a private helicopter at 4 p.m. There was an armored car service coming to his house at 5. There was a cargo plane scheduled to depart LAX at 8 p.m. to Mexico City.
He's not about to let that gold out of his sight. Trying to get to the gold in the safe, now the safe is coming to us. Gridlock every route except for the one we choose.
Just like the original.
We do it like the Italian job.
They're going to cause a bit of traffic problems.
Whoa, what are you talking about? We didn't clip anybody.
There's one thing that I know, is never to mess with Mother Nature, mother-in-laws, or mother-freaking Ukrainians.
Right, so the Eastern Europeans think the crew did the killing.
If I'm in, I'm in.
Okay. You're in.
Yo.
Sean.
Поезде 59-го.
Hey, I've been up to that sign. I've been up above it. It was really cool.
You won't believe this. It's put in 3 armored trucks.
Boss, I can't reroute the truck if I don't know which truck to reroute.
Just go with the one that Steve follows in the helicopter. Remember, he said he'd never let that gold out of his sight.
Unless he's playing us.
It's like that thing with the 3 cups. You got to follow the ball, but they don't know which cup the ball's inside. That's the problem. He's just as clever as them. Smart protagonists, smart antagonists.
Houston, we have our truck. It's truck 128.
Oh my days.
Computers are down at traffic control center.
Nice, Charlie.
Let's see how they pull this off.
15 seconds, you're either blocked in or you're paint on the train.
Only just.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Right from underneath them, just like the Italian job.
10. 9. 4.
The tension is getting to me.
Don't lose him.
1.
Oh wow. Time to load the gold.
We have another problem, guys. This isn't the Worthington 1000. What?
Right, so it's the wrong type of safe.
Where does the message?
Is that going to be a problem for him?
I can't do this, Charlie.
Come on, Charlie.
Even the guy that's doubting her this whole movie is supporting her. He wants you to prove him wrong. She's got it. Now that is a lot of gold.
2.7 million.
What?
27. That's 27 million.
27 million. So he spent 8 million of it. I would love to own like bars of gold like that, but one, I'm not rich. Two, I'm not a thief. Even if I was, I'd be a terrible thief anyway. But that's besides the question. Three, I have morals, so I wouldn't steal anyway. Four, I'm not rich. Just hope to magically one day, you know, just be, I don't know, swimming in some ocean, and then I'd find a random box on the ground. No one's claimed it, and now it's mine. Legally. You know what I'd do with it? I'd just travel the world. Every continent. Antarctica. Tick them all off. Every country. Maybe not the war zones. Just like the movie. Sorry, this is the... Just like the British movie from 1969. They go through the tunnels and they sway left and right. I like the throwback. I like the reference. I appreciate when new remakes call back to the original.
Open your door!
He knows where they are now, obviously. It'll be a bit harder to evade a helicopter compared to what they evaded in the first movie.
I'm gonna take Steve. You guys go straight to Union Station. I'll meet you there.
Stay on him. Stay on him.
Also, with all this going on, have I not seen one cop? Do they not care? Surely there's too many criminal things going on for there not to be police around. Also, where are the gangsters? Where are they? Have they disappeared? Oh, okay. Mini Cooper versus helicopter. This is very Fast and Furious vibe. Maybe not with a Mini Cooper, but still. Oh, so he makes it here, but he's being followed.
They got a bunch of cars in there, right? I'll give you $5,000 to put me inside that car.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to you, Steve. You actually played this one pretty smart.
I got this. So cut the crap and give me my goddamn gold.
I see. This was the plan.
Mask off.
Gotta have some insurance, Steve.
Yevon was already dead when I got there. I'm sorry about that, but Yevon dealt with a lot of unsavory people. Now, this guy's trying to play you.
All right. No imagination.
There's a lot of gold in there.
Already made my deal.
No, this was never about the gold.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Come on, Charlie!
I'm guessing they kill it, which means I was right. You know, they get the gold, and then the gangsters kill him.
Boy, I'm not going to shoot you. Now I'm going to take you to my workplace. I think you'll be very interested in some of the machinery I use.
Let me guess. The train's gonna derail and hang off a bridge.
Father and friend.
This has gone a bit too smoothly for my liking.
Stella was right. It wasn't about the money. Handsome Rob got his Aston Martin. He got off with a warning.
I wonder why.
Left ear got his dream house in the south of Spain, with a room just for his shoes. Kyle finally made the cover of Wired magazine.
Are you really the Napster?
Yes, I am. And he got that kick-ass stereo he wanted.
Oh, so they end up together. How lovely. So I really enjoyed that. I think the 1969 one was better. I think that was the better movie. But the story was very different in this one, which I think was good. Because I was just thinking, oh, it's a remake, but American. That's what I was thinking going into it. But the Italian Job is like the opening scene. It's the opening scene is the Italian Job, and the rest of the movie is like the fallout and the aftermath. It's not a bus hanging off a cliff. It's them getting betrayed, one of the crew members, and them trying to steal the gold back from the guy that took it from them, who also kills one of them, obviously. So it's like it's a bit more serious than the 1969 one, but still still just as funny. I think it was good. I think it was funny. I think it was a good film. I don't think it's that much like that. I don't think like how good the films are. I don't think that it's that much of a difference. But I do think 1969 is here, and then you have 2003 right here. It's not way better, but I think the original is better. Having said that, I like how it's not just a straight remake. There are similarities. There are callbacks. There are some things they do obviously differently, and they do a lot of things differently, but I mean there are some things in terms of like the heist and chase scenes that they do in a similar way, but other things and most things they do differently. The Mini Coopers going down tunnels and down streets and areas, that I felt was a nice callback. Obviously different to Torino. Hollywood is different to Torino, but still pretty cool. And also going through the tunnels left and right. That was a very cool callback to that. Obviously slightly different context to that scene, but I liked it. We got a really cool chase scene. We got two interesting heists and a couple good twists at the end, especially with the gangsters. So it was pretty good. I liked what they did. I thought, that was nice and pleasant. It's not shot for shot remake, and I'm so glad that it doesn't end with something going wrong and they might lose the gold. Because that's the main thing about the original one. How there's an ending, but there's no real resolution. The heist is successful. They get away. They evade the cops, the mafia, but it ends with the bus crashing. Half of it's over a cliff. The gold is on the end of the bus that you don't want it to be on. Everyone's trying to balance the weight on one side of the bus, hoping they can still salvage the gold, and they're just balancing off the edge, and then the movie just ends, and I'm just like, oh my days. And we never really know, because there was no sequel to that. I'm glad this doesn't end like that, because when they got on the train, I thought to myself, oh no, there's going to be a scene where they're having a party on the train and the train derails on a bridge or something. It didn't happen. So I'm happy with that. I prefer resolutions to endings like the original. But yeah, still both good movies, and I'm glad I watched them. I originally didn't know there were two versions. I just knew it was a film I had to watch. Like, all I knew was Italian Job, it's a heist movie, and there's Mini Coopers in it. That's all the information I knew. I did not know there were two versions of it. I did not know anything like that. So it was a pleasant surprise learning about these two films a couple weeks ago, and I'm glad I've watched them now. So yeah, there's other movies ticked off the list. There's actually a lot of like popular movies that I've never seen, like genuinely. Like, I've seen a lot of popular movies from like the last couple decades, but there's plenty of movies from the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s and beyond that I've never seen. So there's a whole library of films that I've never seen. So we'll see what I could see in the future. But for now, like I like thrillers, I like heist movies. This felt like Fast and Furious made a version of a heist movie. And it even had Jason Statham and Charlize Theron in it. So there was that similarity as well. And it took place in LA. So obviously there's a bit of Fast and Furious in LA, quite a lot. So I feel like it was a really good comparison, especially when you had a helicopter versus a car. I'm just like, that's very Fast and Furious. He drove up a ramp to disable the helicopter. That was so Fast and Furious, I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm surprised they didn't cast Vin Diesel for this one. Obviously it's 2003, so way before Fast and Furious became this huge thing. But still, yeah, I liked it. I think it was good. I love chase scenes in movies. I love heist movies in general. So I've had a good time watching this one and the 1969 version. Both really good films, I feel. I still feel the other one's better. I don't know what I gave the other one rating-wise. I can't remember. But it'd be like... Okay, so if I gave that... this would be like... Okay, this would be 0.3 points behind the other one. No, 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. So whatever I gave that one, this is 0.5 less, but still good. So if I gave that an 8, there's a 7.5, which is still a good rating. That'd be my rating. Okay, but this is like not... You know what? 7.5 is a good rating. I feel like that's perfect for this film. It was good. I liked it. Considering it was a remake and considering they had Charlie Croker as the name, I think it would have been more suitable to cast Jason Statham in Mark Wahlberg's role, having switched positions. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Also, the heist at the end being in LA. I just feel like they wanted an excuse to call it the Italian Job, so they thought, you know what, let's put a heist at the beginning in Italy just to make sure it's fitting with the name and have the rest take place in America. Yeah, that's what we'll do. But yeah, I like to think of it as, what if the original one had more scenes afterwards in England? I like to think of it like that. So they did a remake but in a different direction and way different context. But yeah, I've said enough. I enjoyed the film. And next week, what are we doing next week? I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm going to look at it and I'm going to think, ooh, or ah, or I don't know. Okay. The next few weeks shall be interesting. Also, by the way, I intend to watch Saw this year. That's not next week. It'll be at some point this year. I don't like horror. I don't like gore. But I have never seen Saw, and I feel like watching that would disgust me. And I feel like people would like that. So I'll watch Saw. And if it's not killed me, I'll watch Saw 2 as well. I know there's 10 of them. I've heard about the different torture techniques in that. But I'm going to have to do it at some point. But that's not next week. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're